product manual, do this, just look at it, and then go ahead and do that. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Speed Shark Garage. I'm Daniel, and today we're going to be doing some maintenance on the old Tacoma. So specifically, the maintenance we're going to be doing is on the old headlights. This is my 2001 Tacoma. A lot of people that have this era of truck, early aughts, big problem is the plastic lens fogging over. And this one originally came with like kind of the incandescent style light. Doesn't put off a lot of light. I played with a few different types of light bulbs. I think the ones I have in right now, they were considered to be ultra bright, but they're still kind of that like bluish incandescent, and it just gives off terrible light. So our friends over at Auxito, I think I'm pronouncing that right, sent us over these LED light Q16s. And I've heard good things about the LED light. I will say this is, they did send these for free, but we're not obligated to say if they work good or not. But from what I've been told, this brand is actually really, really good. But what we're going to do before that is we're going to try to polish out these lenses so they're as crystal clear as possible. Actually, Mike recommended this brand, the Mothers. It's called New Lens Headlight Renew Kit. So this one requires a drill. I have a drill, so that's not an issue. And I've done these before. In fact, I just recently kind of washed the front end and kind of rubbed them down, so they're not as bad as they were. But they tend to fog over really, really fast. So this is a couple step process. It comes with a couple different discs, it looks like. And so what we're going to do is I'm probably going to just tape off a little bit of this just so we don't run over onto the grill or scratch my beautiful paint job here. But yeah, so we're going to clear these out first, and then we're going to wait for the sun to come down and hopefully do a comparison test. I'll replace one of the light bulbs, keep the quote ultra bright AutoZone special on one, and then we'll put the new LED style and see if there really is a difference. But first, we're going to get to cleaning these lenses. All right, so we just got some masking tape here, and I'm basically just going to kind of tape it off around here. One, because when the polish sometimes gets in there, it's a little difficult to get out. And this is actually, I wouldn't even thought to do this, but Mike's like, oh, I would put this masking tape. Fortunately, I only have like this 1-inch stuff, but I think it'll work. All right, let's see if I can get this masking tape. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it seems like the masking tape industry has really gone downhill. I'll bring you guys back in when this is done. Now you recognize this is probably kind of boring. All right, so that's all masked off. Yeah, I'd hate to hurt this beautiful paint job, but so this looks like it comes with like kind of a spongy, I'm guessing polisher for this, and some lotion, not lotion, some plastic, power plastic for light, lens restoration. And it looks like it comes with some little sandpaper. And it comes with, yeah, it looks like, well, that's a 300 grit. So I think you just take the polish down. You keep sanding it until it's smooth. Oh, and then this is for your drill. So this one, I should mention, if I didn't say it in the intro, does require a drill. From what Mike told me and what I've heard, the drill ones are kind of the way to go. It's a little, you get maximum result with minimal effort, i.e. not sitting there polishing and trying to scrub with your hands. So yeah, that's kind of what the kit comes. So I'm going to go get my drill. Okay, so I took a second to read the actual instructions. And basically it says to spray this down with some water and it comes with this chuck here. And this is an 800 grit piece of sandpaper, so pretty fine as far as that goes. And it says basically go back and forth, slightly overlapping, and when you're done, it will be a little hazy. Didn't really say it just said back and forth a few times. So I think if you knock down as much as you can with that, that's probably best. But it did say to keep it as flat as you can to the light, to not go on the edges, which would make sense. I want to pierce it. Also, upon further like inspection of the packet, it actually comes with different grits all the way to this 800 to a 1500. So I'm just going to kind of do both sides here and just kind of work my way, I suppose, up. And it says to wipe and then finish with the 3000 grit. It's kind of a spongy one. I'll show you when we get there. And it also said to do it at a medium RPM. So my drill here is selectable. So I have it on the lowest setting. Trying to go back and forth. Now it did say it would have a haze to it. And I'm assuming we're just going to polish that haze out. So I'm really hoping I'm not making it worse. All right, on to the 1500. So it actually just came with an 800 and a 1500. So I'm going to spray a little bit more of a, it says just water. I have a soapy water. I hope that doesn't affect it in a negative way, but we'll see. I'm glad Mike told me to tape this off because it wouldn't have been my go-to. Doesn't say it in the instructions, but the drill is definitely going up, kind of bouncing around. It does say to use a medium pressure, is what I'm trying to do. And actually, when you put a little too much pressure, it kind of starts to jump around. So yeah, it looks like if you just put the right pressure on, it floats really nice over this lens. Also, it didn't say if you go left or right or up and down, so I figure we're just kind of knocking off hopefully the worst of that yellowing and a little bit of that clouding. All right, I'm gonna give it one more spray and one more pass. All right, I'm gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna rinse. It says to rinse the film off here, and then we're gonna go to the 3000 grit sponge pad, and that one says actually to turn up the RPMs, but use a lighter touch with it. And it basically says no water, so you want to use nice and dry. And then it also says to have like an even haze, which gosh, I really hope that polishes out because that's like way worse than it was. But yeah, we'll see. So this is the 3000. You can see it's kind of a spongy and like it said, a light touch. So I'm just going to place that on my drill. I'm going to turn it up to 2, a little faster. Let's see what it do. Again, I'm using a lot, not putting as much weight into the drill, just kind of going back and forth, steady pace, kind of. And it just says to go for an even haze. It also said that the haze should be less than when we uh, finish the first section, which it is. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's definitely clearing out. Gives me hope that the polish will make this crystal clear. Yeah, it's definitely looking at this other one. That one's far more hazy. So I'm going to finish the other one and we're going to go on to the next step. Okay, so the sanding process is pretty much done. I will say I've never done this before, so you're kind of learning with me. I'm not trying to say I'm an expert in any way, shape, or form. More so show if someone hasn't had experience doing this, can you do it? So far, this has been okay. They definitely feel smoother. I don't know if you can see that. It does feel like there's still a little bit of yellowing. I didn't see that. And like I said, I did, probably a week ago, I kind of give it a quick polish with some just turtle wax, and no drills or anything, just kind of polished them. So they're not as bad as they were. Let's see what a polish does. So it says this is the Powerball. So we're going to put that. Oh, probably help to take this off. That. And yeah, kind of fits over a little wonky. And it says to put about a nickel size on top and do the slower RPM. So I'm going to remind myself, put it on a 1 and kind of go easy back and forth. And when it's evenly distributed, then to crank up the volume. And basically you go back and forth, same motion. And then you're supposed to wipe it with a terry cloth or a microfiber. And it says repeat if necessary. So we'll see how we can get it in the first try. Runnier than I was expecting. So I'm going to kind of just, before I turn it on, just kind of start at the corner. Oh, yeah, starting to get clear. Let's crank her up. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, well, it's definitely clearer. I think I might do one more pass through with the polish, but I'm going to do the other side just in case my battery dies. This is kind of a cheapy drill. So yeah, I'll bring it back. I'll probably do one more, and we'll see how, because so far, yeah, I would say that's significantly better than what I did before with the just the turtle wax basic car polish. Uh, the real trick will be is if it lasts. Yeah, I think sanding off maybe that layer of kind of corroded plastic probably will make it last a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I'll bring you back when we're done. All right, so I've gotten 2 polishes in. I'm just taking my microfiber here and kind of polishing off, or getting all the polish residue, I should say, off. Uh, and I kind of did it, each one 2 times, basically until my battery died on my drill, which is not surprising. It's a piece of crap. But yeah, I mean, I would say that this is the yellowing has definitely gone away. I'll bring you guys in a little closer here so you can see. So yeah, I mean, even with it being slightly polished prior to starting, there's a noticeable difference. I mean, the clear is just really clear. Now I don't know if you can see, there are like cracks and stuff in this. There's not really a lot you can do about that, I think, or at least nothing I have the skill to do. And I'll show you this side too. I haven't polished this one out, so we'll get that going. Yeah, I mean, I recognize it's a little harder to see, but I can tell you right now, the finish is like silky smooth. Actually, looking at straight ahead, you know, they look pretty sharp. I'm a believer. I believe that it's worth the time. Those look brand new. I even looked at, eBay sells these kind of things for relatively cheap. What I basically heard on a lot of the forums were that they tend to yellow even faster than the OEM ones, and that you're better off just polishing the OEM ones. And yeah, I would say at this point that kit was $30, I think, and it came with all the stuff it came with, and even a cheapy pair of new actual headlight lenses and all that are, can be upward of $100. If in theory the at least the cheaper ones, yellow and fog up just as fast, and I heard sometimes the glues go bad, so anyways, it's a mess. I would say this mother's power plastic is worth it. Yeah, I probably been out here even with videoing less than I'll say 30 minutes or so, and it was actually a pretty easy job. I will say Mike's tip of putting the masking tape, especially when you're sanding, is probably a really good tip that it doesn't tell you to do in the instructions. So, um, yeah, do that. It'll save your grill and possibly even your hood. So I'm gonna get the tape off, and then we're just gonna go through the box of the new headlights, the Auxito. I don't know quite how to say that, but I'm gonna open it up. I'm just gonna put one in. I'm gonna do the driver's side, I think. Well, I'll figure it out when I open. I'll see which one's easier. So, yeah, and I'll just put that in. I'll show you guys, but this isn't really how to put light bulbs in. So, anyways, I'll bring it back in a sec. Let's see what we got here. So these again, the Auxito LED light, and then these are the 9003 H4 HB2s. I think that's right. We'll see. Okay. Oh, wow. It's bougie when it's coming with gloves. That's cool. Also, it's probably they don't want you touching it. Understandable. Product manual. Do this. Just look at it. And then go ahead and do that. Ooh, I am going to put these gloves on because why not? Now I feel bougie. Wow. So this is actually a really quality light bulb. I mean, this is all like metal case, feels like maybe aluminum. You can kind of see the LED kind of bars there. So I assume it shoots out like that. I'm very excited to get this on. Yeah, that's our unboxing. The gloves, hey, free pair of gloves. Can't go wrong there. Just a quick comparison. So this is what was in there. I don't know if that was a bubble. I remember that being in there when I did it, but you can see it's basically still an incandescent. It's just has a blue sort of filter. I wouldn't recommend these at all. In fact, so much so I would recommend you just if you're not going to get one of these, and we'll actually see. I don't know if this is even going to be worth it. Yeah, these blue, I just don't like them. Like I think the actual directional part of the light doesn't work really well. It kind of it's a wider light, but it doesn't focus as well. So yeah, I've been kind of unsatisfied with these basically since I put it in. So this one looks. I mean, again, this is a beefy boy. So I'm gonna go put this in, and we'll come back when it's a little darker, and do a comparison. Okay, so you can't really see in there, but there's your hole. There's a little bracket that kind of holds this whole thing in, and so I'm just gonna see if it fits. Unfortunately, let's see if we can. No, I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I'll show you, and I'll fill you in if it's a pain in the ass. It seemed pretty easy. I'm gonna put this little rubber boot back on. It does fit in there. I was actually kind of nervous because it looked to be a little more of a beefy boy. The numbers were right because on the other one it says H4, and this one also is an H4 or 90 whatever. I'm just kind of putting that rubber boot back on. Actually slips on a lot easier than I remember. And then just plug this back in, and oh yeah, clicks right in. I'm gonna see if we can see this. I have to go in for lunch or for dinner here. Let's just see if we can see a difference from this. You can already see this guy is way brighter than that one. Wow. Wow, yeah. Oh, I'm excited. All right, guys. I am going to go in and have dinner really fast. I'm going to bring you out when it's dark and do my best to film at night. It's not great. But already you can see, yeah, that's pretty great. Noticeable difference. Super excited right now. Okay, I'll bring you back in a sec. All right, we are back. It is nighttime. So we're going to do a little testing right now. Uh, as you saw in the daytime one, This passenger side is our um, LED bulb, and then this is the one, that high bright or whatever it's called. The old one's in this one. So what we're gonna do is shine it on this, and then I think I'm gonna just roll back the truck, uh, and I may shut off my overhead light. Um, yeah, and we'll just kind of project it onto the garage, see if we can see a difference, and then I may face my truck down the cul-de-sac there um, and see if it's any brighter. Open the truck up here. We'll see. Again, this might not be the best test. All right, let's take a look. So you can see here, it's it's so noticeably, this here is put on, it's bright. It's actually more concentrated here, so I'm excited to see what it looks like down the cul-de-sac. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to bring you in the truck with me, and then we're going to kind of see as we go. I'm going to kind of roll it back a little bit and see if we can get more of a visual. So you can see there, you know, on this side, this is again the brighter side. This is way less bright. But I'm gonna turn the car around here and face it downstream and actually see if the projection and the concentration is good with the one-on-one. Then I'm gonna go in, probably burn my fingers, and replace the other one, and we'll take a look. So you can see here, it's actually kind of hard to tell the difference between the two, but I can tell you right away, even with the one light, this is far brighter. I haven't tried the high beams, but it looks like it really shifts away. So I'm going to turn back around and then see about getting the other one in and just really see the difference. So I'll bring you back in a sec. So I got both of them in. Yeah, I mean, it is very much noticeably brighter. Like, yeah, I mean, again, it's always hard to show in this, but I'm going to go ahead and close my garage so we can see it on the door. So let's do that. Also, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but these particular LEDs, well, and I think most of them, they actually have a little built-in fan to keep them cool, which is really cool. Again, focus that down. So you can still see from the thing that there's these sort of crackly kind of things there, but yeah, that's exponentially better than it was, and I think that's actually on high beam. Let me double check. So you can see there, but already I'm super satisfied. I think these retail for, I'm gonna say, the better part of $80. I think it's well worth it, and actually I believe they are giving our viewers a promo, like 10% off or something if you use Speed Shark. I'll put it in the screen right here. But yeah, like, let them know, you know, that you saw it on this and it was worth getting. I'm actually very surprised at the quality. Like I said, I've seen some other ones from like Amazon and all that just are plastic and janky. Actually, on my lady's Subaru, we had put some in and they didn't even last a month. So let's do this last couple tests. I'll put down the hood and we'll see in the truck if you can see anything. So let's back it up. Oh yeah. You know, you pull into the same driveway every day and you get used to a certain amount of light being reflected, and I actually don't ever really park this in the garage, and I can just tell you, just from this, it's exponentially different. Here's the high beams. Oh yeah, that's really, Really impressive. So let's turn it around in this cul-de-sac. Oh yeah. I don't know how much you're actually getting of that, but I can tell you it is exponentially brighter. Yeah, gosh, that's really nice. Um, Put my seatbelt on because this is New Mexico and people suck at driving, myself included. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick spin. Yeah, this is, again, just noticeably better. I can see the actual road. The beam is focused on the road, which is awesome. Let's go down this road. It's a little darker. Oh yeah. Again, it's always hard to film and show the full aspect, but you can even see the way the stop sign is lighting up now. It doesn't appear to be so pointed upward, but yeah, the beam itself is pretty impressive. Yeah, it's real wide, but also focused in kind of where you need it on the road there. Yeah, that's cool. That's, man, I have to say, like, you know, again, I won't make any whatevers, but we were given these, but I would pay. In fact, I think I'm gonna actually maybe use our own discount code and see if they'll send me some for my lady's Subaru, because this is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and I mean, I think buffing out the lenses really helped too. But even when we were doing the side-by-side test, um, you know, I was just like, you could just tell that, yeah, it was better with those blue beams with it being polished out, but this is just really, like, it feels like a modern car. Hold on, I gotta shift. Old school. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't appear too high. And even if it does a little bit, I don't think it's the actual beam, and I think it's actually because I put lifting blocks in. I never adjusted the lights. I don't even know if they're adjustable on this style. It doesn't look like they are, but yeah, just seeing that, and then that high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam. Yeah, I'm very impressed. What an upgrade. All right, I'm going to shut this off. We'll do a quick wrap in the garage. I know this is a kind of a little bit different of a video. Honestly, like, big thanks to, I should learn an Auxito, these guys. I mean, again, we're a small channel, and for them to send it out and just, like, you know, not asking us to do anything other than just to give it an honest review, I think that's pretty cool as a company. All in all, obviously, it's not really a project of, as far as like it's replacing a bulb. It's a little fiddly in there. I couldn't really get a good angle with the camera, so that's why, you know, there's plenty of videos out there showing you how to change the bulb. That's not really what this is about. Thanks again for, you know, following. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let us know if you like these kind of videos, or even if there's like a type of product within reason, you know, price wise, that you'd like to see us try. But yeah, I would say the two products, the what was it, the Mother's Nuke Lens Clear, I 100% think that looks really sharp. And my truck is filthy right now, and it just makes it look crisp and new and really nice. And it's nice not to have to replace the whole unit with a lesser unit like you might get from some of those eBay specials. Big thanks to Auxito. Make comment in the, how to say that. They obviously didn't tell us how to, but this is the brand. Go to their website. We'll put a link in the description. And like I said, I believe they gave us a discount code. Again, I'll put it on the screen right here if it's valid. If not, then you probably won't hear this part of it anyways. Check them out. It's worth upgrading your lights. It's an important safety feature, and I truly am like really impressed in this moment. I wasn't expecting it to be that much of a difference. I mean, I would say, pun intended, day and night, right? Check them out if you've been thinking about doing LED. That's your video. So again, we'll see you in the next video, and it was cool to be here.